Okay, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mr. Dan. Today it's a blustery, rainy, and chilly day in West Central Florida. So, that being said, we got a news report, a weather report from up north. A couple of Penny's co-workers, Linda and Joanne, they got like 7 inches of snow. So what we're going to do today, we're going to make them guys and us a comfort dish. It doesn't take that much, but you're going to love it. Okay? Should I tell you now or should you want to wait? We're going to make a Reuben Casserole. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so to start the show, we got some corned beef here. You can use pastrami if you like, I don't know. This here is the rest of it. I just wanted to show you how nice this meat was. I tried to get it before, they didn't have it. Now they got it, I guess, St. Patrick's Day. But this here, got it from Publix. I think it's boar's head. But look at how nice that, nice trim on there, hardly any fat, just like I like it. Okay, so for our sauce, well, let me go this way first here. So for the rest of the Reuben, we're gonna, like a Reuben sandwich, we're gonna have, I got some, cut up rye bread that we're going to pop in the oven and toast it up a little bit, make like a crouton. Okay? Then over here, I got some sauerkraut, I got some cheese, and I got my meat. Okay, so once we get all that ready, then we're going to make a dressing for it. And this is what's going to be like a binder to hold it all together. We're going to put some mustard together with some Thousand Island dressing, some dill relish, an egg, and a cup of milk. So without further ado, let's get to the recipe. Boom. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is set my oven to 250. Okay, then we're going to, now you can either, if you want, you can just drizzle some oil over this, but I like doing it this way. I take my cooking spray, my slip and slide juice as it were, and I spray a light coating onto the bread. And then we're going to take this, as it's heating, we're going to pop this in the oven. And usually by the time it's beeped, these things are a little toasted. We'll see how that works today. Okay, let's go to the other side. Okay, so this is, like I said, corned beef. Taste, it's very delicious too. So what I did was I just chopped it up into little bite-sized pieces, because you know when you're eating this, you don't want to take a, you got to take a bite and you got a big chunk in your mouth. Still part of it on your dish. Okay, so put this out like this, and we're just gonna cut it up into little pieces here. And I'll add that to my dish over here. The reason I covered the dish is because we got the animals and stuff and the wind blowing and I don't want no hair in it. If we get a hair in this, Penny ain't eating it. Okay. So, now while that's going, let me get rid of that. All right, so while that's going, we're going to come over here and make our sauce. What we're going to do is put, I got 3 eggs in here, 3 eggs beaten up. I left my spatula over here, come on. Now if you guys don't like pickles, don't put them in. I've made stuff like this before, and I put the pickle in there because I have, when I've eaten the Reuben sandwich at the delis in New York, they always serve it with a pickle and they give you a side of mustard, and I always use both. So that's what I'm making with my sauce here. So we're going to put in, I've got like about 1/3 of a cup here. It might seem like a lot, but you'll see what we do. Come on, get out of there. Okay, that's done. Let me get a smaller spatula. You know, you always say think big, but sometimes you need the small stuff, you know what I'm saying? All right, so now we're going to take our Our mustard. Yeah. Good shot, Daniel. Wait. Couldn't get it dead center on the egg, but no, you can get it every place else, huh? Okay, then we're going to put Thousand Island dressing in there. And that's about a half a cup, I guess, give or take. And now you could make this recipe also if you wanted to trust everything, you know, staying together. The reason I'm doing like this because I'm trying to keep everything together when you go to eat it. And then we're going to add like a cup of milk in here. Then we're going to mix it all up. Now you can mix this in a bowl if you want. You can mix it anywhere you want. But it just mixes all the good flavors that you're going to want to put in here. And that's going to go over the casserole before we pop it in the oven. But it'll bind it. It's going to be binded because it got the egg in there. Okay, that being said, next step is I got me a 9x13 Pyrex pan. What we're going to do is spray this a little bit with some slip and slide juice. So hopefully nothing will stick. And now we're just waiting for my croutons to be done, so give me a minute. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, as you see, they came out pretty good. I don't know if you can hear that crunch, a little crispness there. So what I'm going to do is get a spatula because they are kind of hot. And we're going to take some of these out of here and toss them in the pan over there. I didn't want to leave these in any longer. I didn't want them to burn. They were sitting in there about 5 minutes after the oven beeped. I wanted to get a little crispness on it. They had a little crunch to them when the oven beeped, but I wanted a little more. So we just throw these in there. Okay. I'm going to try to line the bottom of the 9x13 pan here. Try to get them a little bit level. Now the reason I toasted these, I don't want them to be too mushy at the bottom. It's going to get a little mushy because I'm putting that juice in there, but the binder, as it were. So, some of these are crunchier than others. That's good. I like that. Now you could have just, I've seen people put just regular whole slices of bread in here. Some people make 6 layers of this stuff. They really go crazy with the casserole, but okay, that's good enough for that. Okay, so I see I have some left over. That's okay. I'll use them. Put them on salad, whatever. Okay. Next step. I'll move this out of the way before I burn myself. Now I got 1 pound of this we have 1 pound of the meat. That's my oven. I set, after I pull the crumbs out, I set it for 350. Now, that's about 1 pound of meat. If you don't want that much, don't put that much in. But as you can see, at a 9x13 Pyrex baking dish, you're going to use just about the whole pound of meat. Covers everything pretty well. And when you look at it, you say, oh, that's a lot of meat. Yeah. But, you know, you're not eating it all at one time. I'm sure you're going to share it with your friends, right? And you probably could use a little bit more than a pound. Or a smaller baking dish. That's the thing me and Penny go through all the time. I say, Pen, where's that 9x13? Oh, I don't know. What cabinet's in it? I don't know. Then I end up using something that's either too big or smaller than I want. And, you know, it's how it goes. But today, this is the true 9x13. Penny knew exactly where it was. I think she moved it on me so she would find it this time. But she'll say, no, I didn't do that. Not me. And I have to tell you, the reason we're coming up a little shy on the top here is because I had some little fingers going into my meat and taking a slice here, a slice there. I also tried a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. It's good. All right. So now we're gonna put the sauerkraut. Sauerkraut, when you do this, make sure you squeeze it out. Some people rinse it, I don't. You know, they don't like too much of a tartness or whatever. And just scatter this about, you know, if you like sauerkraut, put on a lot. If you don't, this was a 16-ounce can, by the way. This didn't have any caraway seeds in it, which I wanted some. But they didn't have it with it, so guess beggars can't be choosy, huh? Choosy mothers choose Jif, though, don't they? Okay, enough of the little, you know. All right, so here you have it. And Penny was nice enough to, the other day we were discussing this, and she took it upon herself to, what the heck is that, huh? Something really thick, I don't know. She took it upon herself to grate me up some cheese. So we got 12 ounces of cheese here, but I don't know if we're going to use it all. We might. Just enough to cover, that's all I want to do. Okay, so now we're going to take the mixture that we made, the egg, the milk, Thousand Island, my pickle relish, dill pickle relish, and then a little bit of mustard. And that puts all your nice little flavors together. And then we're just going to pour this over the top. And trust me, it's going to seep down to the bottom anyway. That's what's going to make it nice and juicy and gooey. Gooey. And then spread it out if you can. That way you get all the nice little flavors of all your little condiments, whatever you want to put on there, mustard, relish, Thousand Island dressing. You could use Russian dressing if you can find it, and then if you can't find it, you can make your own. I was going to make some, but I was overruled by the ruling party in this here house. All right, that's good enough, huh? Okay, so that's going to bind us together and keep this thing nice and tight when we go to cut it after it'll cool down. Okay, now we're going to take the cheese. Cheese, please. My wife loves cheese. So what we're going to do is just sprinkle the cheese over the top of this until it's covered pretty well. That's all you want to do, just get it all nice and covered. Speaking of cover, we're going to cover this with aluminum foil when we put it in the first time. We'll let it cook about 15-20 minutes. Then we're going to take the aluminum foil off, and then we're going to let it cook the next 15 or 20 minutes by itself, open to the, I was going to say open to the public, but it's open to the oven. And get it all nice and melty and gooey, hopefully a little golden brown on top. And you guys are going to love this, really. But it gives you all the nice flavors of a real Reuben sandwich, to include the rye bread. Now, if you don't like the caraway seeds, I got caraway seeds in a rye bread. I got the Walmart brand, they called it in New York style, but it's Walmart. Levy, that's the one we used to get in New York. That was the best That was always the best rye bread. But sometimes that's hard to find around here. And anyway, and then I have a little bit of a surprise ingredient that we're going to sprinkle on top when we take this out. A little bit more flavor. Nothing overpowering though. Okay, so that's, I would say that's about 8 ounces of cheese there. Because I still have a nice chunk left in the bag, as you guys got a quick view of. I'm just trying to get this leveled out. Because like I said, Penny loves the cheese. And then we used to have a joke in the army, me and this other guy. I called everybody rats and they was eating cheese. Never mind. Long time ago. His name was Paul Dantzler, nice guy. We had a lot of fun together, me and him. All right. I think I'm going to put a little bit more cheese right here in this spot, because it's a little wetter than the rest of it. I'm just trying to cover everything so we get a nice cheese coating on here. Here I go again. All right, maybe we're using 10 ounces of cheese. I don't know. Dang. What's going on, Mr. Dan? I don't know. It's like I got a tickle in my throat here. Something. All right. Let me get a piece of tinfoil that I didn't get yet. Should have had that already. Need some plots. And just a little trick for you guys. Spray a little bit of cooking spray, slip and slide juice, I call it, on one side of your aluminum foil. Then you take it and put it right over thusly. That way, the cheese, if it does boil up, doesn't stick to it. All right, we're going to put this in the oven. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, guys, the oven has beeped to let me know that we're done. So, without further ado, now we're going to open this up. Slide this out a little bit. And then we're going to pull off. Nothing got stuck, as you can see. Well, it didn't really bubble up as much, but now you can see how it's starting to bubble. Now we're going to put this back in for another 20 minutes or so, or 15, whatever it takes to get it nice and golden brown and bubbly. We will be back. Okay, my friends, hot out of the oven. Let me close the oven door. I cooked it for 23 minutes. It didn't start getting nice and golden brown till just about the last 2 minutes. Okay, so while this is still nice and hot, what I did was I took some of my Fin Crisp, these are from Finland, I guess, and caraway seeds, caraway sourdough rye. They're good crackers, so I figured I'd just put that on a little sprinkle on top. It gives it a little more flavor. Believe it or not, I just used 3 crackers, and I got a bunch of this stuff here, which I'm going to save. I got another recipe coming up. I'm going to use it again. But that's it. So we're going to let this cool down a bit before we start to delve into it, but it smells delicious. All right, so we'll be back in a few. Okay, guys, there you have it. Took it out. Now we're going to have a taste test. Okay, at the taste test table, this smells, whoa. This is in honor of Joanne and Linda, Penny's co-workers. This meal's for you. Nice little comfort dish. Let's delve into this little puppy. Wow. I taste everything I put in there. You taste it. The rye bread, the corned beef, sauerkraut, a little mixture that I made to keep everything together. And it cooked pretty good. This is a definite keeper. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. So if you guys make some corned beef and you got left over, you can make this. Very good. Wow. Just like a Reuben. At any rate, if you like the recipe, like the video, give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Hit the subscribe button. When you do that, notification bell will pop up. That will notify you each and every time that we have another video. There's an arrow down right below the video. You hit that, drop down box will come down. That will give you a link to Cooking with Mr. Dan Facebook page, a link to my daughter's artwork site page, and also a complete list of ingredients to put this delicious dish together. So stay hungry, my friends. And when you are, come back. We'll give you another delicious dish just like this. This is Mr. Dan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video, and stay away from the COVID.